Hi, with this lecture, we are essentially finished with the section about authentication attacks. That's awesome. But before going forward, let's talk a little bit about mitigation techniques. So let's go through point by point. First, you need to protect the session ID and the login credentials. So protect session ID and credentials. The best way to do that is to use encryption. The easiest would be to do SSL TLS. Just make sure that you're creating a secure configuration for your SSL. The second is that attacks against authentication usually involve some kind of brute forcing attacks. So you have to protect against brute forcing. Protect brute forcing. You can do that by anti brute force techniques or anti automation techniques such as captchas or rate limitation or login limits, etc. Now the third is that still the biggest problem is that users use weak passwords. So you have to enforce strong passwords. Also make sure that these strong passwords are renewed time to time. Yes, it's a pain in the ass, but that's the way it is. The fourth point is you could implement some kind of two-factor authentication, like a mobile token or similar. That's definitely a huge step forward. So 4 is two-factor auth. And the fifth point is anomaly detection. So for instance, if you record the login from the same user at China and then 1 minute later another login from the same user in Germany, then probably there is something fishy going on. So you could respond by notifications, or you could use the two-factor authentication to make sure that it's the correct user or something like that. But anomaly detection always helps. Detection. These are all going to be really important for your customers because login and authentication is basically the three-headed dogs protecting the treasure. If it can be circumvented, then everything is lost. You could have perfect cross-site scripting protection or whatever firewalls and logging. If the attacker can figure out a password, then he will look like just a normal user and you will probably not notice that something bad is going on. All right, so congrats for finishing this section. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.